I designed this myself. I took inspiration just from being up here for the 2 years, my first 2 years, and I really wanted to dedicate this mask to just the Copper Country, the UP, and just the fans at Michigan Tech. I sketched it out with like pencil crayons and hand-drawn, and it was a little sketchy to begin with, but the painter Doug Wager did a great job on it. But yeah, I did it all by hand, and it was rough. It was rough to start. Well, I actually like the entire design. Like, he really hit the nail on the head, and I was really impressed. But on this side, we have some kids playing pond hockey, and that's just where the game kind of grows, and that's where that's where the love of the game started for me and for a lot of kids. We have the logo, the main logo here. Along the chin is actually my favorite part of the mask. It's my favorite chant from Michigan Tech. It's the E to the X, DX, DY, and just from hearing that from the pep band and the Misfits, I don't know why. I think it was just the most Tech chant there could possibly be. So I knew I had to have that on my mask. The middle, there's the stripes like the pep band, the Misfits wear on their overalls. On this side, we have the Quincy Mine, just in snow. The side is a miner because obviously the reason the town's here and the school's here is for mining. So I wanted to include that, and just some snowflakes down the middle because it snows every day here, and I had to get that. And on the back, I have the Upper Peninsula, Canadian Maple Leaf, of course. I have the internet meme Dogue. I don't know who knows it, but it's just something that just cracks me up every time I see it. So I had to include that, and then I got a cancer ribbon for my mom. Well, my first mask was pretty simple. Coming into Tech, I didn't really know anything about the town or what it was like, so I just kind of put some general designs. I had the snowflakes. I kept that the same because I knew it snowed a lot. But really, other than that, my first mask was pretty simple, and I wanted to be more detailed in this. I wanted to have little things that you might not be able to see from the stands, but if you look up close, they were included. So that was definitely the focal point of the mask, and it turned out great. Well, the stripes, Philip Grubauer, who actually plays with Phoenix Copley, he has some stripes on his mask, and I was like, I wonder if I can incorporate that, and then it clicked. I was like, the Misfits, I can have that, the stripes. I'm not really sure. There's a mask artist in Sweden, David Gunnarsson, who has a lot of great designs, so I kind of looked at his and just kind of picked and chose a couple things, like he likes stripes down the middle, so I kind of went with that. But yeah, the main kind of I guess the main kind of thing was the stripes I took from Grubauer. But other than that, it was just kind of things that I'd wanted, and I wanted to have on the mask to represent the UP. When I was younger in minor hockey, I had a mask, and it was painted like Cristobal Huet, who, I don't know if anyone know him. He played for Montreal for a little bit, and it had like ghosts on it, and they were wearing Montreal jerseys. And Montreal's my favorite Montreal's my favorite team, and he was my favorite goalie, so I had to have that. So I was fortunate enough that my dad reluctantly got it painted for me, and I love that. But in juniors, I just went with a straight white mask because I was traded a lot, so you never know where I was gonna go. But yeah, growing up, there's always a great mask like Steve Shields. Obviously, everyone knows the Jerry Cheevers mask that he had, and it was cool to see that my freshman year when he was here. But I think that's really it. There's always great masks in the NHL. It's just, I think that was really it. Shields was the one growing up that I really loved.
I mean, I kind of was looking online, and there was a guy named Thomas Vokoun. He was a goalie that played for Pittsburgh, and he had a mask, and I kind of took little things off his, and I had to make it pretty quick since I committed pretty late to Michigan Tech, but just kind of got a generic design with a strip across the top, says Huskies, and then the logo on either side, kind of it's the same thing, so it's symmetrical. But other than that, it's pretty generic. The back's kind of where I put more thought. It's a windmill, and there's a saying underneath of it. It's Dutch for take care, and it's on my Opus grave, so I mean, that meant a lot to me. And back plates of the helmet are usually kind of where you put sentimental value and whatnot. So that's a quote that kind of means a lot to me. So I actually just came up with it pretty recently. This week, actually, I've been thinking about doing this movie called Balto. Growing up, it was one of my favorite childhood movies. So I'm thinking about using that theme and kind of base my mask off that. So we'll see. You get pretty good with Paint, the app on there, the application on your computer. I've been using Paint quite a bit, so just cut and paste in certain things. So yeah, I mean it's kind of funny. There's a lot of pretty goofy masks out there, and it's a little different being a goaltender. I think you kind of understand it. And it's always a little bit of a personal flair to your masks. I mean, I've seen some that are like Lego theme and whatnot, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, it's just you kind of bounce ideas off each other and what you think looks good and whatnot. So I mean, hopefully it turns out pretty good. My 1 year, I had a custom mask. And then after that was way back when. And then I think I just kind of bought it and had a design on it. But no, this is my first actual customization of a goalie mask. So it was pretty cool.
Being a local kid growing up here, obviously means a lot to me. The community, small knit community and everything like that. And basically my whole mask is designed around that. I wanted to build it around the roots that I have and show a little support for the community. My cousin Cole Peterson, he's actually an architect out in Boston, so I talked with him, ran a few of my ideas, and then he ended up sketching it up, and then we sent it to the painter from there. We'll start with the top here. Just one of the logos that we use, one of the hockey logos, just to get some of the university feel to it, and to actually show the Huskies, the Michigan Tech circle logo. I liked it at the top. At the bottom, as you can see here, is the Upper Peninsula, UP, born and raised here, so obviously I had to throw that in there. The one side here, we got the Portage Lake Lift Bridge with the northern lights above that, and the frozen canal. I live on the canal, so I spend a lot of my time there. We actually have a musher here with some Huskies mushing towards there with some ice shanties and a little frozen lake there. And some snowflakes just to show the winter, because we definitely get our share of snow up here, so had to incorporate that. Then the other side is like fall, the other season that we have, the beautiful colors up here, so I brought that in with the fall leaves and the colored leaves, and I wanted to go more like a throwback, the history of the area right here. So I put the Quincy Mine hoist and had an old ore boat, big freighter, that crossed through there, going through the canal. And the most meaningful part of the mask would definitely be the back plate. My grandpa passed away a year and a half ago, almost 2 years now, and my uncle passed away when I was younger. They're both people who I really looked up to and really supported me. So basically the gist of this is both of them are sitting on the dock, the two silhouettes as you can see, with the water, and watching my grandpa's boat go by, because he was always on the water. He loved the water and everything like that. So to be able to put a little tribute like that on my mask, it made it that much more special. And the circle logo I took from Corey Crawford, actually, from the Chicago Blackhawks. He had like a more of a white based, detailed but not too much colors on it. So with he had the Chicago Blackhawks circle logo on top, so that's where I got that idea. As for the other ones, it's kind of just looked at other people's and tried to put my own personal twist. Starting to think of a few already. I mean, it's awesome. That's one of the best parts about being a goalie. I mean, you love all the gear, the customization, it's crazy. You can do whatever you want these days, so to be able to get something that's really personable and looks cool, I mean, any little kid or goalie wants to be able to do that. So to be able to customize my first mask, it was actually a really cool experience, and to be able to put a lot of personal detail into it was captured what I really wanted and turned out really well.